Hey guys, Priscilla here, your Pampered Chef consultant, always here to help you save some time and money in the kitchen. I just wanted to hop on here just to show you a few of my favorite prep tools, things that I use daily and multiple times a day. Of course, my blender is one of those things, but these are just going to be some of the fewer, smaller items that I use. For one thing, every day I use my citrus press because that is what I use to make my lemon water or lime water, and I just forgot I was going to get a lemon here for you. Real quick tip, if you roll that lemon or lime, you'll get a lot more juice out of it. You can also microwave it for 10 or 15 seconds as well, but I use this daily because it's so good for you, and it also is better than just drinking plain water. So what I do is I put the lemon in cut side down and then just squeeze that out, and you've got your lemon water, and it strains out the seeds too. Let me go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and use both sides. Now if you're going to use an orange and the orange is going to be bigger than a lemon, you could put cut side up, and that will work too. But the citrus press is a must-have. Now if you're somebody, you could also use the juicer as well, but for the most part, I use the citrus press. Another thing too I use a lot of is our quick slice. And this is one of those things I never thought I would use a lot, but I absolutely love it. It's fantastic for just slicing olives or mushrooms or strawberries or bananas, everything. The blades are serrated, if you can see there, so you're not going to squish tomatoes or anything like that. They're going to go right down through without squishing these. I'm going to just go ahead and show you a little bit here with the bell pepper. And I can't show you everything, but if you want strips, like I'll do strips for fajitas, you just go down and you've got the nice strips. Now, if you want to make it diced, turn them the other way, and then you've got diced bell peppers. And we're going to throw this in one of those prep bowls. And the prep bowls are another thing too. I actually have 2 sets of prep bowls, and there's always half a dozen or more in the fridge with leftovers in or whatever. So, or whenever you're doing a recipe, go ahead and prep your ingredients ahead of time, or if you're going off to work, you can prep those ingredients the night before, and then when you come home from work, it just takes but a minute or two to throw everything together. You can get all your veggies prepped right away. The simple slicer is another thing that would be good to use multiple times a day. So that was just one of those things, and I can use those bell peppers in a salad or chili, or I can freeze them, whatever. That's what I was going to plan on doing with that as well. And of course, the handy dandy garlic press is another thing that we use quite a bit of. And let me go ahead and I'm going to show you this as well. Another thing too, things I use the most, of course, the knives, super sharp, super easy. They're definitely, everybody's kitchen needs a good sharp knife. Whether you buy the color-coded knives, they have, I think, a 1-year warranty on those. The forged cutlery it's like meant to be a knife. It's forged German steel, and you can see that blade runs clear through the handle. So they have a lifetime guarantee. Now, one thing with the knives, let me rinse this off and dry it, and I'll show you. One thing with the knives, this is our honing tool. If you hone them regularly, like you could do it every time you use them, or you can do it every couple of uses. It all depends on how much you use them. But just put that in there perpendicular to the table and run that through. Now this thing is a guard that will protect your countertop. So if you're left-handed, you could turn it around the other way. And just pull that straight through a few times. That maintains the edge of that blade, and you won't have to have it sharpened. Sharpening every couple years. I've actually had our first set of forged knives over 11 years. I've never had to have them sharpened yet. because I hone them and maintain those blades with a honing tool regularly. So lots of cutting tools. Cutting tools are probably one of your best things for prep. And speaking of which, I had made a salad and I used the salad choppers, and I was, going to a church supper. So I used the salad choppers to chop up all the lettuce, so I didn't have to handle it. Washed it in my salad berry spinner, and then, then I could just chop it up with this. Now I also use this a lot for shredding chicken. So if I grill chicken and I want it for a chicken salad, this is great for shredding that. It's also great for shredding pork and things like that. So that might be something too that is a nice prep tool for you. But you can use that for multiple uses. We always like multiple uses for everything. That makes it more valuable to you, more beneficial. And but anyway, the salad choppers is one of those things that's that way. I'm going to go ahead and show you the manual food processor too, because that's one of those things you can use for chopping up onions or bell peppers. You can make salsa. I make bruschetta in here. I'll take onions or olive oil and basil and tomatoes and chop them up in here really quick. Now it doesn't screw on. The manual food processor is just it just chops them. So you can have all your food chopped up very quickly. And what's nice about we still have the food chopper, which was one of the first things I had gotten with Pampered Chef when I first started. That was one of the reasons I started. And that's great. When you're chopping up large amounts, I lay up everything on my cutting board and go right down the line and chop up everything really quick there. But if you want to build a recipe, like I can make a chicken salad, I can make a smoothie, I can make salsa, I can make that quick sauce. I can do a olive tapenade in here. Just black olives, green olives, a little olive oil, garlic. Awesome tapenade in here. And I could have done that now. And that's great. It's a great recipe with the holidays coming up to have on hand. And it's super simple to make. Now, I'm not an olive person generally, but I do like that olive tapenade. There's just something about it that really makes it tasty. Now, speaking of olives, the Easy Read measuring colander is another thing that I use a lot that I never thought I would. It has all the measurements on there, you can see. Fantastic for rinsing and draining beans, which I do fairly often. I've got some olives in here drained, but you can also strawberries and grapes, any kind of berries. But it's just a nice, quick, easy colander that you can just reach and grab and go. So I do have the strainer, the regular mesh colanders, but this is just a nice quick grab and go thing that I use. And you can take olives and then you can cut those in your close and cut. Now this is one of those things too that I use. If I buy chicken on sale and maybe I want to make fillets of the chicken breast, you know how big they get and how thick, I will just plop that in here, and you use a 7-inch blade or bigger knife. You can buy it as a set. Let me see. This is not the right color, but anyway, you would just put your chicken in there. I could put the olives in here and go right down through and cut. So I will show you real quick here. And then I'll use these olives for, hey, maybe pizza or something. Get this out of the way. So then your olives are all cut in half for you. I've done hard-boiled eggs. I've done berries. I've done olives, chicken, pork chops, anything that you want to cut in half or fillet. The close and cut is nice. Bagels, of course, bagels, which I don't think about. So I don't eat bagels a lot anymore, but bagels is one of those quick and easy things to do for it as well. So I just wanted to pop on here real quick. And of course the garlic press too. Now the garlic press is nice because you don't have to peel the garlic. Let me see here. And I hear my timer going off here. So We'll make this really quick. Throw your whole clove of garlic in there and just press that right into whatever container you're doing and scrape it right off. Now the little Barbie brush is great for, I can take that garlic out of there, the garlic peel, and never have to touch anything. But if I want to make sure I get everything out, I can just take the Barbie brush and poke it through the holes and it comes out and you never have to touch it. Now if you do touch it and you get the garlic odor on your hands, you know what you do? Go ahead and rub your hands over stainless steel while you're running cold water over your hands, and that will take care of the garlic odor on your hands. So make sure it's not one of our knives though, okay? But any kind of stainless steel and cold water running over your hands, and that'll do the trick. So, like I said, a few of my favorite things, of course, the cutting mats are always a must-have too. And if you're chopping up a lot of things, our handy scrapers are great for scooping things off of your cutting mats or cutting boards. So, hope that helps, gives you a few ideas of things that you could use every day. If you've got any questions, hey, comment below and let me know. And I do thank you for joining me. Have a great rest of your day, everybody.